alternate universe Avengers to appear in Doctor Strange 2? Well, more than likely something like that'll happen in some form of fashion because the movie's all about the multiverse. Yeah. So anyway, Mikey Sutton over at his Geekosity site is looking at potential clues about the rumors of who might show up in the film. We know somewhat. Of course, Wanda will be in it. America Chavez will be introduced in it. And I'm kind of wondering if Spider-Man will be in it, at least maybe briefly or whatnot, since one leads to the other. And maybe Tobey Maguire with Sam Raimi directing might make an appearance in that too. But the thing of it is that the idea of an alternate Avengers showing up is somewhat possible, and that there have been these rumors about Tom Cruise being Iron Man. Now, why would Tom Cruise be Iron Man? Well, because he was originally approached to be Iron Man when they were getting the MCU off the ground with Iron Man. And there were talks, and it didn't work out, and they turned to Robert Downey Jr., and the rest is history. So the idea would be, hey, what if that had happened? And there would be this whole other MCU where you had a different looking Tony Stark. And so that's kind of the little meta gag, about it all. So you have him come in and do this cameo scene or whatnot. And but it was all just a rumor, and the potential is there. There was also rumors about talks with Emily Blunt, who was supposed to be the Black Widow, and supposedly that broke down. Other people thought it might mean her and her husband Krasinski would be the Fantastic Four, and maybe Krasinski is going to be Reed Richards. I don't know. Apparently, he might appear in this film as well. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine could appear. All bets are off, Now, you could do yet another No Way Home type style movie, which is going to be, in some form of fashion, is something like that. More than likely would occur. But it's only been rumored. But Amazon put up some merchandise that's going to help promote the movie. And basically all it is a T-shirt. Well, it has the familiar Avengers logo on it, and Mikey goes into it and says, well, the colors and everything with the red and all that, it seems to harken back to Age of Ultron and that sort of thing, but it's listed as a T-shirt for the Multiverse of Madness film that Doctor Strange will be in. And but it's not just that. It has a little tagline. It says, experience Dr. Stephen Strange in a whole new mind-bending adventure with Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This Avengers t-shirt showcases the Avengers logo for Earth's mightiest heroes that might just be from a whole new multiverse. So, well, that cat's out of the bag, isn't it? Oh, it could be a mistake, a misstep, or whatnot. But it's also part of the whole teasing and everything. It doesn't really tell you what version of the Avengers this will be, while it'll be different. But with an Ultron thing, could it be from a world where the Ultron story went very differently? Because Tony Stark was trying to create a new security force. So would this be an Avengers of robots? I don't know. And then it could have been the Tom Cruise version, tried to do the same thing, and it went very differently, and that sort of stuff is likely. Could even introduce a new Ultron that escapes into the MCU and all that. Whatever. All kinds of ramifications could flow out of this film. So this is actually, a sort of physical potential clue beyond just a rumor, with the logo and the even better, the description. So but in some form or fashion, something like this, I'm sure would occur. As to who all appears, don't know. It would seem it would be quite the letdown, because it's kind of like they kept demanding and saying that no, Andrew Garfield is not going to be in the Spider-Man movie. Just lying the whole time. You try to keep the surprise, but But even when you know it, it's still the exciting thing of like, I wonder what he'll do. I wonder how that'll work out and all that stuff. So it still works, even if the secret is out that someone like Tom Cruise would show up in the film. Certainly, Hugh Jackman showing up in it would be a big deal, and stuff like that. And to seal the deal on it and to sort of repeat what No Way Home achieved is something they're definitely going to want to do if they haven't already. The film has been massively reshot, which I'm hoping is to abandon whatever woke leanings they wanted to put into it, especially after what happened with WandaVision and what they did with Doctor Strange by gutting him out of there based solely on his skin and genitals. I don't want to see. Doctor Strange is the main MCU film I've been looking forward to. The others I'm pretty not all that interested in. And then Spider-Man, of course, was the big winner going forward. And I hope it's more the approach, that it is a similar approach to that, and that it is just the adventure of exploring the multiverse that Strange has to deal with, rather than being lectured to and watching him get his balls kicked. I'm not interested in that. But the concept and stuff and how they reorganize their MCU going forward and that sort of thing, there's all kinds of potential for what this could mean, even more so than what happened in Spider-Man, which was centered around Peter Parker, whereas this could be much, much bigger. So anyway, there we go. I think that's a pretty solid clue that's in some form or fashion one, if not all, of these particular actors could appear playing different versions of the characters and all of that. So, ain't that neat? Maybe. We'll see. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.